Make some noise. Yes, hello ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to Time with Melvis Tosh, where we delve into the most pressing issues of our time and where we shed more light on the intricacies of our global society using nuanced discussions and thoughtful analysis. And that's not all. We spot out pace setters, trendsetters, successful people, and people with remarkable grass to grace stories that will inspire you and I to dream again. Put your hands together. And ladies and gentlemen, before we start this episode, we do agree that there is danger in listening to a one-sided story. That is why the platform is open for everyone who feels that their story has not been well told, their voice has not been heard, or that they have been bullied into silence. You can reach out to us through the numbers that will be communicated at the end of this show. This episode, we talk about the unseen and unspoken struggles of single motherhood. For women, raising kids alone, being a baby mama can come with a lot of stigma and stereotypes that can make life even tougher. They go through the hardest, but they have to stay strong as they're the only immediate relatives that these kids have to look up to. And so being labeled promiscuous, not wife material, and toxic, society is quick to judge. And it is so hard navigating the complexities of single motherhood. The pressure is real and it takes a toll, not only on the mom, but also on the children who struggle to find a balance in the absence of one parent. And so the pressure to provide for them, both financially, materially, emotionally, and otherwise, becomes just a few of the hurdles that single moms have to go through. Chef Solange B, professional chef and restaurant owner based in Bamenda, knows these struggles firsthand. Being left with the responsibility to raise her son alone, she's had to dig deep to find the strength to keep going. And she's traveled all the way from Bamenda, and she's here with us today to tell her story, break the silence, and shatter the stereotypes surrounding single motherhood. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome this powerful woman. Thank you so much for coming to share your story with us. I believe there are a lot of people who wants to express how they feel, especially single moms, and for you to gather the courage to want to be a part of this and to tell the world your experiences as a single mother is a lot of courage and a lot of strength, and we applaud you for that. Thank you so much for coming.
The pleasure is all mine.
All right, let's start off with the father of your child. You have a son. You mentioned you have a son.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 4 years old now.
Okay. Let's talk about life before your son came. Your relationship with the father of your child. How was it like?
I would say I thought I met a soulmate. I thought I met a man of my dreams, because at that time we were flowing, we were there for one another.
So you would pretty much say you guys were really in love.
We were truly in love. I thought we were truly in love. Yeah. So when the sin of my son came in.
Yes. So let's talk about your son. The time you got pregnant. At the end of the day, you have a son.
Yeah.
Which is a blessing from God. So whatever might have happened, we definitely are happy about that.
Oh, yes.
But let's talk about getting pregnant and having your son. Was it a choice? Was it a decision you guys sat and said, okay, we want to have a baby, or was it an accident while you were dating?
No, it was never an accident. Having my son was something we sat and we planned it together. We prayed for God. That was something we have been longing for, especially on the part of the father of my child. I've always wanted to have a home, have a man, and have kids with. So, but let me say, for that time when I was pregnant, I had not yet planned to give birth at that particular moment. But the father of my child
wanted to have a child.
Yes, because when you are in love with somebody, when you think you have given yourself to be with somebody, definitely you will do things to please that person. So at that time, it wasn't my decision, but that was his priority. And so because I wanted to make him happy, I decided to go in with his own choice. So he will always beg me that at this age, being the first son of the family, and where he's working, all of the friends, they have already gotten married and given birth to children.
Yeah.
So it was like they were mocking him, and he was not comfortable with the situation at that time. So I saw into it, and because I loved him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask, were you guys married? You've mentioned that you guys were in love.
Yes.
But for a man who would, tell you against your will, I want a child, and you just sacrifice and say, okay, because he says it, let me get pregnant for him. What was the nature of your relationship like? Were you guys married? Were you guys still just boyfriend and girlfriend? How can you exactly describe that time in your relationship like?
We were not married, but I was engaged at that time. And then secondly, because of the nature of the society today, I don't know how to describe it, but I see most ladies, especially these university girls. At that time, I was at the university level 2 doing my HND program at the National Polytechnic Bamenda. So most ladies, most of our ladies today, they go in for marriage, and it's difficult to conceive. So he had my supposed boyfriend at that time. He had that fear that what if he go and do things rightly, and then at the end
discover that you are not fertile.
So it was like
it was like a trial to know if you're fertile before they can consider you as a wife.
So the plan was that when I will be pregnant immediately, because in our own tradition too, they don't get married to a woman when she's pregnant, when they know. So but we plan together that if I'm pregnant, if the doctor's report says you are pregnant, immediately we go and do some pertinent things, and then we'll come back. When I've put to birth, then we can do the popular ones like the white wedding, and then the court signing. Yes, so that was our plan.
We've actually mentioned that we're not being one-sided in our story. So there's definitely some things that I have at the back of my mind as I'm listening to you talk. I'm sure a lot of people are also asking themselves that question. How does a man tell you, get pregnant so I test and see if you're fertile before I can marry you, and you accept? Or did he say that in the literal sense, or did you just get to find out that was his motive? What was the conversation exactly? Did he say that to you in the afterwards, like, I need you to get pregnant so I can know if you're fertile before I marry you?
I went before condescending to that was because he had a broken relationship before I came in, and the issue of the child was what break them apart. Yes. So when he explained all of that to me, I took that into consideration. And as of that time, like, I would say I was stupidly and madly in love. Yes, because I took decisions without looking behind. So I did not know that the outcome was going to be negative than being positive. Yeah, so that is what I can say.
Yeah, so you took him, and then were you guys living together or separately? Or where did you stay while you were pregnant? Were you staying with him?
I was, as I earlier said, I was doing my HND program at the National Polytechnic Bamenda, which is in Bambui.
Yes.
So I was renting beside the school. But to be frank with you, it was just like I paid a house, but I was not staying there because he was scared. At that time, so I was a very beautiful lady.
You still are beautiful. You are still beautiful.
I was very pretty, so he was always threatened and scared, because normally there were some of these suitors that were coming for me at that time, but I was not being carried away by the things I was seeing. I saw the dream. I saw what I've been praying and dreaming for, and then yes. So I decided to be with him. Yeah. So at that time, you know how we girls we used to do these things. Some of us, not all of us. Yeah. So at that time, I was just staying for some few days at my campus just to please my mom, because I come from a family background where there is a lot of discipline there. So not staying with him was not actually my choice, but he was just so scared. Always, before we close from school, coming out of the gate, he's already there waiting for me to come and go with him. If I refuse, he says it's because I do not love him, and because he has found out that a lot of doctors, they want to get married to me. So it's like my mind is somehow switching.
It's not settled on him.
So when I try to explain, it's like I saw the emotions that he always left very disappointed, but agreeing. So I just say, let me please this man since I loved him.
So you were a finished woman
A
at that
finished
time.
woman.
So you agreed to that, and you guys got pregnant.
Yes.
What was it like when your baby came? Like when you had the baby? Was he happy? Tell us how he reacted when he got to the hospital, saw that you had a son. What was his countenance like?
Like, let me start from when I was pregnant.
Yes.
The day the test result came out that I was pregnant, it was a big celebration in Bamenda town. It was like a baby shower when people were confused. The day I went to the hospital, because I went to a pharmacy, bought a pregnancy strip. When I came back, and then it showed positive. We were not convinced because we struggled to have that baby, and because of some complications,
yes,
it took us some time. So when I did the pregnancy test with that strip, we were not convinced. It was like, God, we used to hear of miracles. Is this a miracle? So he told me that he wanted to be sure. Got up that early morning, took me to the hospital, left me there and went to work. So I did the blood pregnancy test and it came out positive. I cried, that tears of joy. When I called him, it is his emotion that made me cry, because he started crying, pouring shower of blessings on my child and me, that I've made him proud. The world is going to call him a father of a child. People who mock at him, the friends, they say, at this age, you are working, you are afraid to get married and give birth to children because you are not capable. So he left, came back, carried me, celebrated with the friends, and the friends were like, what's happening?
So in a nutshell, everybody was happy that
very
you were pregnant.
happy.
And then 9 months later, you had the baby.
Yeah. When I put to bed, came back to the house, and then my supposed to be mother-in-law moved in with us.
Your boyfriend's mom
renting.
then?
Yeah, we were renting. My boyfriend was renting, so the mom was with the husband.
So at that time, you had permanently moved in with them?
Yes.
With him?
Yeah. So that is where the setback stepped into. When the mother of my son's father came in, brought in my sister-in-law at that time. They came in their numbers. There was no peace for me again. Peace just left me. From then to now, I don't think I've ever had peace again. They came in as if they were coming in to assist me to take care of the child.
It's okay.
This is the side of the story I don't ever want to reach there, because it's always traumatizing to me. I felt like I've been duped. When the mother of my child came in, fast forwarded to that scene, let me say 3 months to when I will put to birth. Yes. The mother of my child, the mother of the father of my son stepped in and started tormenting me, especially when my fiancé would go to work. Even to sit in my parlor and watch TV was a problem. Like, I wish I can play the scene of what I went through on TV. And when one scene is going on, she calls me, because she made it in a way that I was scared to sit with him, to sit like this. When she's in the parlor, I'm in the room. And there will still be no peace. When I'm in the kitchen, at 4 o'clock in the morning, 3:30, my mother-in-law called me from bed, sleeping with my man, to get up and make breakfast. For sisters-in-law, we are elderly people to me, yes, and they brought in children. And when the first month when he stepped in, because when I was in school, when my fiance introduced me to her as the woman he wants to get married to, he called me afterward and interviewed me, asked me a lot of things. His son has gone through a lot. And then when I was growing at my tender age, I used to hear that when you get into a family and you want a successful marriage, you have to make your mother-in-law your mother.
Yes.
And the sisters-in-law
your sisters.
Yes. Little did I know that it was something else with those people. That is how it started. When she came in the first month, the father of my child would bully her, talk to her, but I was not understanding. There are some things that it is afterward that I discovered that he was struggling to protect me. Like, the mom would disturb me here and there without pregnancy. He'll be angry. And he told me, Solange, this thing that when my mother wants to ask you something, you are already giving. You are not working. You are still a student, being cared for by your parents.
Yes.
My mother is getting up, asking you, buy me tea.
Yes.
This, you have to.
So you were starting something that you knew you would not be able to finish.
So, the mother-in-law, they were looking for somebody, not a partner to the son, but somebody to join hands, take care of the children that she gave birth to. Because she will ask me to do things that even her, I did not see her doing them. Yeah. There are things that I did to those sisters-in-law. I paid the fees of their children. I lost myself. My man will come back and shout because he was not hiding anything from me.
Yes.
He keeps our upkeep in the house and just tell me, babe, you have to manage this money. This is, you know that this is all. When he goes to work, mommy will step into our room. Solange, Kelly picking never, they never pay feeding money.
Can we not mention names?
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
We'll get I need money for go buy some handbag. I will give gradually. It became a responsibility that it's as if I don't do it, I had to. I was like, am I buying this marriage or what? I was gradually losing myself. Then I asked myself, this is me, an educated girl from a background that is. Then people that, if not that the Bible says we should not look down on people, but people that you see that they are instead supposed to be worshiping you, now you are the one to worship them. And I did not care. My friends would talk to me, Solange, what are you becoming? Look at you, a slave queen that we used to know. You are now a mother of 4 children that you have not given birth to one. I would say, no, I love my man. Anything for him. Gradually it became something else on my neck till when I was 6 months pregnant, my mother-in-law told me that instead of sleeping with my man, by their tradition, I have to be sleeping with him, with her. Yeah.
Wait, before we proceed with that story, right? Was your mother-in-law married?
Yeah, she was married. As I earlier told you that before she packed in, she was living with the husband. So she left the husband immediately as I was pregnant, and then as she heard that I was pregnant, she packed in. Not only packing in alone, but she took.
Please, the noise behind. The camera is actually capturing everybody behind. There's a lot of distraction and it captures every little noise.
So she came in. She first of all came alone with a lot of luggages. I was like, I've not put to bed. And at this stage, I don't think I've been that weighed out because I'm trained to be a fighter and a winner. So I've not called for mama services. Even if she's coming to visit us, she should definitely come with a small bag to make at least 1 week, 2 weeks. She came with luggages, packed in 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months. In that constant hell, I was asking myself, when will this woman go? Let me have peace.
So how long did she stay? Or did she never left? Or how long?
She never left.
So what happened to her home that she had left to come visit?
She abandoned her home. Even my father-in-law used to call me on phone and cried, Solange, this one that my wife has packed in there, She has been a trouble that I've been battling, and I've lost my sanity. You are a child. My wife has packed in there, living with you. So I don't know how you are going to cope. Till now, it's just that when I'm busy, I don't like a lot of disturbance. And when they talk too much on this particular issue, I always get emotional and I'm disturbed for some time that it will affect me and my son. So till now, I would say that my to-be father-in-law used to call me. He would talk that she's beating me from the look of things. I should be careful with that woman because what I'm thinking that she is, she's not. So
I'd like to know, when you got pregnant while you were at school, so what happened to your education? Did you manage to finish? Did you graduate?
Yes, I had my HND. And then I registered for the degree program. Yes, so I was staying there and going to school and back home.
Yes.
Yes.
And you graduated now.
Yes.
And you graduated a baby mama. You had a toddler at home.
Yes.
What became of your degree? Do you think that did you still have your way around? Did your plans, the plans you had as a young student, still come to pass? Do you think it affected the course of your life? What happened to the young graduate you were?
When you say the course of my life, we should talk about life when I'd not yet given birth to my son. After the birth of my child, I don't think I have a life again. Yes, because I don't think God was foolish to make it in a way that two people have to come together before having another person.
Yes.
If there was no need for two people to raise a child,
yes,
God would definitely made it in a way that you can just get up like this, you eat and be pregnant, since you alone will be fit. But because God saw it that there is a need for a man and a woman to join their effort together to raise up a child, especially imagine a woman.
Yes.
Because definitely a man is stronger than a woman.
Yes.
God made a woman out of the rib of a man.
Yes.
But in my own case, I have to take the responsibility. Yeah, the responsibility of a man.
So let's talk about when things went bad. When things went bad. By the way, are you still together with him?
No, I'm not together. I packed out.
When was that?
I packed out when my son was 11 months old.
And how old is he now?
My son is 4 years old now.
So you've been apart for 3 years.
Yes.
Is he still a part of your son's life? Did you guys have a conversation like, okay, we can co-parent while I'm away because this is not working, but we have a son?
Yeah.
You had a conversation?
Yeah. Before I left, it was life-threatening. As I earlier told you, I lost my sanity. I was no longer myself. I was half mad. People used to say I need to be in a psychiatric home because I used to work like this. I was just looking for something to behave as a living thing, so I started explaining my story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you set an example? I know you mentioned a lot of things, but can you talk about a concrete something that happened, like an event that made you like, this is one of them that I couldn't take it?
Yes. When we're together in the evening, you know how a woman, you need to be pampered and paid. Petted. Yeah. When, especially when you are pregnant, there are emotions that come that you do not call for them. As you are here like this, when you will be pregnant.
Amen.
It will be something else. Yeah. It will be something else. It will definitely not be you. The child comes with their own way of things. What your cravings will definitely switch.
Hormones are all over the place.
Yes, and imagine for a pregnant woman, I will sit at home, work from morning to night. And when my husband is coming back from work, he will call, Solange, what should I bring to you, Mama? Will you eat goat meat or pork? If I say goat meat. If it's at 12 o'clock in the night, my mother-in-law will not sleep. She will be in the parlor till when the father of my child will knock the door. She pass and go and take the meat. If I take it, she holds my hand and drag it. This is a true story. I'm not saying things that if you go where I'm staying or you will see that I'm even being moderated. I'm moderating things about it. So she'll come and hold my hand. There are times she'll sit and when I want to be angry, when I sit and I will not even talk. I will just sit and be moody. At times I cry. And then even the father of my child will be disturbed. He goes into the room, climb on the bed and call for me and start crying too. He'll tell me, Solange, I know that my family is a difficult family. I know what you are going through. But then I will ask, why not set a limit? Because you can tell these people that they in your house, I don't know why we are renting. You people have a comfortable home. Your mother decides to come in with her children, her children's children that at this age, I should take care of.
So it wasn't just the mother.
Oh my God. It was the mother, my sister-in-laws, their children. Yeah, I had to cater for the whole of that family. Yeah, and so I would say, you are calling me inside the house and telling me there are things that you can just tell Mama that no, you will not do like this to my wife. You are not, and you are in a position that if you say it, it definitely stops. So I don't know what is happening. I am dying, and you are seeing me dying every day. And instead of you stopping what is killing me, you are telling me not to die. So I don't see, I used to think that you love me. I don't see any, I was battling with a lot. And then there are times Mama will get up and ask for money if the son doesn't have it, because we were together, I and the son, taking care of it. As I'm telling you, when the mother asks this and we don't give it, the following morning she will sit in the parlor. I will tell you, say, you know, marry Bafuge. You say you want a Bafuge. Now in this, girl goes this way, it there for background where they get money. You know, if you even ask the parents them for give money, me help you, me take care of your sister them. Yeah. When I get up, if I get up and ask, there became a time where I don't know what happened. Anything that I ask from my man, he has to discuss it with the mom before giving it to me. Mama will come up and say, she was doing Omo business. She does not have capital to continue it. I want to withdraw 90,000. She will come up there. I don't know whether something, because I used to sit down and ask, was that really normal? She would sit and tell me, there was this Jange before I came. She was playing together with the son, taking care of the sisters, and of now, since she run down of her business, she had a setback in her business. She could not play the Jange, and the people are threatening to lock her up. I'll go and withdraw 150,000 and I can't give. Mama, pay it, you look for the money and give me. Immediately when I ask for the money back in return, they will put me down, insult me that I'm a bad woman, I'm a this, I'm a that. So there was a time my mother-in-law got up and said she wanted to sell the chairs in our parlor. So when I wanted to talk, she asked me in front of the son that you are refusing that they should not sell these chairs to be buying food for your sisters-in-law and the children to be eating. Do you know where money came from that they bought these chairs? I was like, oh God, what did I actually meet here? When I met the father of my son, he was depressed. That is when he started explaining to me afterward. Because when I met him, he used to lock himself in the house, telling me all this, that there is something he would discuss with me when he truly understands that I'm with him. So it was afterward that I discovered that is how the routine has been running. Whenever he takes in a woman that he loves, the mother will come in and chase the woman, stay there with the children. Yeah, so. But even if we proceed, before we proceed, Solange. There was a time one day we were on the bed early in the morning. The mother came and called for me, Solange, I beg we come make me small spaghetti. I want chop go queen. Around 4 o'clock. She will be disturbed. She'll get up in the morning and ask me, when I overtalk, don't I wait inside room so at this when I tire, I no want me noise. I say, Mommy, who call you for here? You are telling a husband and a wife, you don't want noise. When I'm pregnant, you don't want noise. If we are talking, if the father of my child come and holds my hand like this and is looking at me, she come and separate us. Go wash that plate and make that chop, quick man chop. We'll get something to discuss here. So I got up one early morning. I told the father of my child, you yourself, you have seen that my life is threatened. I'm battling with you, over you with your mom. It's like 2 of us, we are married to you. So for me to lose my life, the mother started going to native doctors, bringing in medicine. I want to dry clean. I want to carry a calabash of medicine. This way, the whole snake started moving into the house. When I want to talk, she would tell me that.
Oh, I like that thing that Tatiana did. I wish everybody can realize that. I just like it.
So she would start telling me that since she moved in with us here, she has been having nightmares and she's looking at me, she's being afraid. The way I used to look at her, it's like I can do something to her. I said, Mama,
so why was she?
I don't know, my dear.
So the question I wanted to ask, I believe everybody else wants to know before we proceed. All of this was happening. Why didn't you leave? Why did you stay so long? Right?
Yeah, I kept that is it, love. What I call
and
love.
You were hoping that
I
things
was
would
hoping
get better.
that things would get better. Even the son used to tell me, "Mama, please just go through this for me. The disgrace has been much for me in the past, so just bear with me. So sometime I'm going to build your house and I'll put them in the boys' quarter." I say, "Oh, they'll still be in the same compound with me." So there was actually one morning that I got up. I went to the market, came back. Mama called me until called the father of my son, reported me, told him that I have no right to be locking our room, that he was the one who gave birth to that child and raised him. I will not come and deprive him of entering rooms in this house. So I have to be hearing from her because she has been taken care of. If I have a problem with my husband, that's when Mama will be happy. Because you as a woman, you know what to do to penalize a man, to change him. If he's doing something, you know the strategies that you can. Like, if I get angry, if my man does not like eating rice, I'll cook rice today. When I cook rice, Mama will cook okra and gari for him. Yeah. If I will not wash his dresses today, Mama is doing them happily. So I got up one early morning, I called my man in bed and I told him, "You yourself, you are seeing that I can no longer bear this. Look at me and the person you met. Do we look alike? We are two separate people. So if you truly think, as I also think, that you love me, we are not compatible. You claim that you love me. When I want to go, you cry, kneel down, and begin to say things here and there. And you have decided that you cannot stop this chaos in this house. And I'm too small for this. And my life is on the line. And I have a family too that is looking up to me. You made me, I was in school. My poor mom raised me, struggling all herself to raise me. And you cannot come and just cut my life short like this. So I'm pleading that I am living not because I do not love you, but there are situations that you see that we can no longer be together. There are some situations you cannot change. Are you going to change the son? Are you going to change the mom? Are you going to change the sisters? Are you going to change the father? Yeah. So at that time, I decided that maybe marriage was not meant for everybody. So I told myself,
you hadn't found him yet.
I took an earlier decision with the wrong person.
Yes.
Let me not waste my time as I've wasted it with the wrong person. So I told him, "My dear, even as I'm leaving, it's not my decision, but factors have pushed me.
Yes.
So let's work together and take care of this child. Let's raise this child, because I know what it means to grow in a broken home.
Yes.
We will not wish that for our son at this age. So even if I'm not leaving today, if I leave any day that I leave, because know that there was a time I stayed in longer, very long, that it's like you are staying with a man in the same house, but you are not with him.
Yes.
I stayed with the father of my child for more than 9 months, and he knew it. At that
you
time,
were separated with him psychologically,
yes,
you were just there
emotionally,
yeah.
I was just there struggling. I started carrying my flask to the market to sell food, regardless of who I was. I had human resource management in business, so a degree in human resource management. So I left one early morning when he left for work. That is how he used to look at me. "Mama, please don't go. I will do things," but he was doing nothing. So that fateful day he left, because he's a cargo driver and owner of a cargo. So he used to travel to Douala, Yaoundé, and stayed for like a week or 2 weeks. So since I knew that if I want to pack when he's there,
yes,
he will not accept, and I will stay there and die, I allowed him to go to Douala. That day he went to Douala, and the mother left and went to town. I packed some few things in a rush, and then there was a house I already looked for. I went, I wrote a letter, put it on the bed, and then I packed out with my son. When I went, I called him and told him that if you come back, whatever you have seen, remember with the discussion we had. That's all I can say. So, and I left with my son, expecting that he'll come back. He even called,
so that you can have a conversation on how to raise the boy. It never happened.
It never happened.
till today, it never happened.
Yeah. I left the father of my child. I left the father of my child. 2 months later, another woman packed into my home. Yeah, it was not even up to 2 months. 1 month, 3 weeks. I left because there's this woman. There are women in the quarter who saw how I was gradually losing myself. I was dying. So they used to come, these full gospel women, you know them. They will come around. They will come and, yes, they will tell me, yes, because I used to go and share my story too with them. I will ask for advice. I will think, oh, am I not getting it rightly? Yes. Is this what other married women are going through and they are still living at this age with how many children? So they will give me advice. They will advise me. So when I left and went, I told one of them, one that is helping me with my child. So when I'm going out for work, she usually hold my child. So I told her that I even pleaded that she should help me pack out. She said, no, these are decisions that people do not intervene. So when I left, I went. A week later, I saw the father of my child in town. Because when I left, I did not go far. You know that kind of thing.
You're still hopeful that this was maybe going to trigger him.
I knew that this is a home that if I continue staying there in the name of marriage, I would die.
Yes.
But there is this thing called emotions.
Yes.
You work with them with time. It is not a decision that you just take now. So when I left, I knew that I would never come back to stay there as a married woman to him.
But you hoped that would move him to do something.
And then you know that confidence in a woman whereby a man that you have stayed with, you have sold all. When I met him, I had a lot in my account. I left there without a dime in my account with a child. And so when I went, I knew that he would even come back and called me and said, Mama, where are you? I asked you not to go. Where is my child? Let me even come and see my child. At least that kind of talk, it's giving you strength. You have that confidence. You feel that, no, truly this man loved me. Yes. Truly I was beautiful. If this man can come like this,
you can have a conversation with him in private.
But the day I left that home with my child, for the man that I've spent my life working for the family, to date, he has never called me. He has never passed to. He passes like this and see the child standing at the road, even to wave, he doesn't.
Wait, excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. We'll be right back. You mentioned that you lived in the same, like you moved just about a street away or the same. So explain to us, what happens when you guys bypass each other? Do you ever get to, bump into him on the road or meet him with your son? And if that ever happened, what happens?
Yeah, like I told you that I started carrying, I bought some flowers and then I started cooking food and carrying to the market because I could not raise a child with nothing.
Yes.
So he's working in town and I'm also selling in town. You pass where I'm selling before you go where he works. So there are a lot of times
you meet him,
like on a daily basis
with your son,
with my son on my back.
And what does he do? What
he doesn't even to greet us is a problem. He passes the early days. He will pass. The first day I saw him coming, when I left, the first day I saw him coming, I was smiling.
Yes.
And then I greeted.
And he just passed.
He passed. He did not answer. I thought that maybe it's the anger or the disappointment. Yeah. The second day,
it never happened.
It never happened.
So tell us about your son. How do you think he's living a normal life growing up as a boy with just his mom? Do you think all of these has affected him? How does he relate with the absence of a father?
To talk about that, that's what is killing me right now and every day. I've tried to heal, but this particular aspect of my child growing like a fatherless child, when the father is there young, passing and seeing the child every day is what is killing me. There are times he pass and see, there are times my child, because this full gospel woman, this particular woman, Marjane Chotu, this woman has been there for me. So when I left, when I'm carrying my flowers to the market, at times he'll come and take the child, cry with me, pray for me, and say I should go. So since when I'm going to the market, he's schooling with the children. He asked me to put my child in the same school with the children so they can always move together and back, so that the gap should not be too wide.
Yeah.
So since they have their own father, their caring father, most of the times when I go to the market, because I'm doing a one-man's business, when I cook and I go to the market, sell before you collect money, buy for the next day, comes back. I have a restaurant too. So I was running a small restaurant, but thieves could not allow it.
Yes.
So, and because of capital too.
So now you just sell food in the market.
I decided
to go to the market and sell.
The restaurant is still there.
Yes.
The structure is still there.
But it's not operational.
Operational, but by next month it will be fully operational.
Oh, okay.
So
Yes, our fans in Bamenda do well to reach out. We'll send her contacts or we'll post them under this post. And if you want, you can also write us on the Melvis Tosh page on our social media platforms. We can connect you to her if you want to support her by maybe just stopping by and eating some of her food. Who knows, that could be a boost to her life. Yes. Yes.
So when usually they leave school and go to the house, when their father is coming back from work, Bancho or two, he will buy. You know that blood, that's why they say blood is thicker. He usually acknowledges my child. He's trying to fill that gap because they love me like a daughter too.
And act like a father to
him. But you see that lapse.
Yes.
They cannot feel it to that level where, there are times he's coming back from work, he has 3 kids in the house with my own dad is always there.
Yes.
He's with me. But when he leaves school, he goes and stays with them. When I'm back from the market, I go and take my child and goes back. So there are times when he's coming back from work, he'll buy 3 shawarma. Yeah. When there are 4, my child,
extra,
not that he will, So, and then there are times when I stand behind and I see my child. You see how when the father is coming back, the immediate children, they will run to daddy, daddy, daddy. You see, he will remove it and share. Yes. When my child is coming, because God gave me an intelligent, at the age of 1 year, 2 years, he's already asking me, Mama, where is daddy? He's punched out to my father. So I will say yes. Say, then why he was coming back, he bought 3 shawarma that were 4 of us. He came and gave the other people and asked Danny to break his own and give my own mama. Then I would just say, no, that's your father now. He said that Danny should break it because he's your brother. Then it's piercing me. It's killing me every day. You walk and I cannot stay for that thing not to happen. Because the life of a single mom, when you buy rubbing oil on Monday, on Tuesday you buy shoes, on Wednesday you buy dresses, on Thursday you are looking money to be putting the child back to go to school, medical bills, and then on Monday when you are planning to get something for yourself, the rubbing oil for the child is finished. You have to go and start.
So it's
back.
A circle.
How will I sit to close that gap? Not for him not to think that there's no father. Lacking, I have to go to hustle. And every day that child is passing through those lapses. There was a time he came back from school. I came back, he was crying. I said, Raymond, what is the problem, Daddy? Mama, I was in school. And Success and the brother said that when they say PTA meeting, your mother will not come. You say, Auntie Jane, where is your father, Nuba? Oh my God. Oh my God.
You did mention that sometimes if a man, you mentioned that if a random man sees him and is kind to him, he just starts calling the person daddy.
Daddy. My child has like 10 people calling daddy. 10, and then you know with the Anglophone system too, they are very friendly. Yeah, they are very friendly. They are very, when they see a situation, they want to be there for each other. So yes. Most of the people around me, they know my story. Like when I left, I was the talk of the day. What more did I not hear? People will say, look at Solange. Solange, we used to pass here with long rasta, high shoe them. Now in this, I had my gown. I began some a particular gown where I be the wearer. My God. Have you ever watched this? Yes. Have you ever watched this Nigerian movie? This Inedu acted it, this Uli. Worlds apart. That gown that he wanted to get married, I had a gown that was my own was, oh God, There was nothing in my mind. What
Yes.
till now,
Yes.
my priority is my son should be happy.
Yes.
There should be no lapses. Because if I relax on a day, definitely there are going to be gaps and there will be nobody to fill them.
Guys, if
Yeah.
we keep listening to this story, it might take us all day.
Yeah.
So let's just briefly talk about reintegrating into society as a baby mama. Have you faced any how does society receive you? What's your experience? Do people judge you? If you try to get back into dating, is it easy? What would you say is your experience?
It has not been easy. It has not been easy, and people will not understand. So I've not been able to keep a relationship because of the responsibilities of bringing my son alone.
Raising him alone.
Yes. So there is this one man that came afterwards that he wanted me. He was there struggling, but I was not always there for him because
You're divided.
yes, there are times he called me, and you will not want to be telling a man that it is because of this,
Yeah.
it is because of this, every day it is because of this. And because I'm attached to my son, there is nothing, I cannot forgo anything that concerns my child for
Yes.
any other thing.
Yes.
Yes. I would prefer to stay single if I will not see a man that will understand
God.
me than to get married. So there's this man that was struggling with me, but it was not moving because this weekend, babe, can we go out? Let me at least have time with you. I have to go and ask my Janet, will you be chance to hold by this day? If there's no chance, I cannot keep my child to go to where? How will I sit and be happy there and be comfortable? So every day is like that. This week, I will have a command to go and deliver food. I cannot, not that he cannot really help me, but I have to maintain customers who will always be there for me.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is how it kept playing along.
Yeah.
This day, even if a man gives me a token today for yourself, you cannot go and be explaining to somebody who is not the biological father
it's
of
not
the
just
child.
me, there's my son as well.
That I want this, my they rubbing oil away by for me, so my bikini don't finish. I'm in the hospital today with boy. So
you have to
yeah.
hustle.
So I just, for now, I'm not coping with it.
Please,
Yeah.
whatever, this is a powerful woman. Please, let's put our hands together for this young woman. Yes. Just quickly, guys, we're going to take two reactions from the audience.
Okay, so Solange, I was saying that sorry for everything you've been through, and to encourage you that you should hold your business tight because that's what will help you with your child, and to also acknowledge the fact that you're a strong woman. And then I also wanted to ask if this child bears the man's name. I was just wondering.
On his document.
Yes, on his birth certificate actually.
For now, I will say yes. It's still the name of the father on the birth certificate. Yes.
All right.
And do you have plans of changing it in future?
Yes.
Okay.
What if he comes back? What if he tries to say, okay, now I want to be in my son's, like if he behaves, would you still go ahead and do that?
For now, I will say that when I needed him the most,
He wasn't there.
he wasn't there. And I'm not seeing any reactions of coming back because from rumors, people are instead saying that their president called me. Their president was struggling to see into this situation. He called me and asked me if the father is reaching out. So I said no, because he said the father is telling them at the cargo union that he's reaching out. So I said no, he has never
Reached out.
Yes, so I don't think that he will ever
That
come
will
back
happen.
because he's instead telling them that I will toy with the child, suffer, and then
Come
comes back as the second wife. So I don't think he will ever be there.
First of all, I want to say I'm really sorry for everything that you have gone through. Your story is something that I'm sure will resonate with a lot of women out there. What I want to ask is, I'm not very versed with how this works in Cameroon, but isn't there like social services or some authority that can force him to support his child? I know of a story where a friend kind of abandoned his child, and the baby mama took him to the social welfare in Kumba. So I think you should think about something like that. They can force him to, Cameroon is a lawful country. They can force him, they can find ways to obligate him to take care of the child. I don't know if you've ever thought of something like that, but you should definitely look into it. That's what I wanted to say.
Honestly, my dear Solange, I want to first of all congratulate you for your courage, your strength as a woman. In fact, you are brave. You are an amazing woman. Just be who you are, regardless of anything. And to tell you the truth, I want to believe that even the father of your child was part of the plan of taking your life. And in one way or the other, to me, from where I come from, our beliefs, just it is by the grace of God that you were saved. Your ancestors really removed you from that place. If not, you wouldn't have been alive today to tell the story. But nevertheless, I want to think that everything that goes up must surely come down. He will come one day crawling and weeping, and there will be no chance. Just be who you are. I believe that the weeping, they say, may last for a night, but joy comes in the morning. That one man will come.
Yes.
He will surely come, take care of you, your son, and everything around you, like you will know love again.
Yes. Amen. Thank you so much. Can we put our hands together? And this is why we have a platform like this. This is why we bring together all these listening ears, because we believe that sharing your story is the beginning of your healing. A lot of people have been bullied into silence. Some of them are silent because the society prejudges them without hearing their story. And so we believe that we can be human together. And on that note, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us on this episode of Time with Melvis Tosh. I want to thank Apoto de la Mode for always dressing me to impress. Look at that. And I want to especially thank Chapnik Pictures for always capturing the magic behind the cameras. I want to thank you, my audience. You're the real stars. Thank you for taking out your time to always come and join us, listen to people's story, sympathize with them, deliberate with them, and share love where there seems to be none. My name is Melvis Tosh, and I'll see you on the next episode of Time with Melvis Tosh.